Howdy everyone, Chase here with Silencer Shop, and this is the PrintX Ranger from B&T Suppressors. The PrintX Ranger is really designed to be a complete upgrade to your bolt gun. Sort of the idea here is if you're taking a big 30 caliber Magnum bolt gun or 6.5 Creedmoor precision rifle out into the woods, you're on a hunt or you're shooting a precision rifle competition, how can B&T best make a can for that very specific situation? And they thought keeping your hearing safe for a couple of rounds, keeping you really good on target, getting that recoil gone, and making sure that the silencer doesn't become a hindrance. So this is 3D printed completely from titanium, keeps the weight really light. It's under 8 ounces and it's just over 6 inches. So pretty small package and lightweight to put on the end of your rifle. You won't barely notice it when you're hiking in, but then you go and take a shot. It has this super aggressive muzzle brake on the end to get rid of a bunch of that recoil, which can be a problem if you're shooting something like a 300 Win Mag or even a 308 and you're kind of in a weird position and you can't really get squared up on the gun. That cuts a lot of the recoil out, so you're not beating up your shoulder with some of those precision rifles. You're not destroying your hearing when you're shooting those, even without hearing protection. So you can go on a big elk hunt or something where you're hiking into the backcountry. You don't have to worry about wearing big bulky ear pro, missing out on all the nature around you. And you get all the benefits of shooting a silencer, the hearing protection, the recoil reduction, and you won't really notice it on your gun. Like the rest of the PrintX lineup, this is fully 3D printed. The PrintX Ranger is 100% titanium. On the back here, it comes with the direct thread, which I think is awesome if you're going to be using it on a precision rifle. It doesn't add any weight or length, but it is hub mount, so you could take this out, swap it for your favorite QD if you did plan on moving this to a bunch of different rifles. And there on the end, we have the integrated muzzle brake. Does a really good job of reducing recoil. You can see in some of the B-roll shots how much gas is coming out of these ports, and that's keeping the gun really level, stops it from beating up on your shoulder. It's gonna keep you on target, so if you do have to make a follow-up shot, your scope's not gonna be jumping up and down and losing your target and have to reacquire. It's really cool. It's a really big upgrade for those precision rifles. And the PrintX Ranger uses a little bit wider diameter than some other silencers. You can see it kind of flares out to just under 1.75 inches. It's about 1.73 inches. That extra volume allows you to capture way more of the gases that are coming out of the gun, slow them down, cool them off, so you get a ton of sound reduction out of a pretty compact silencer. The Ranger is really made for bolt guns and precision rifles, but we understand that people do go hunting with different AR platforms. I think this would be perfectly at home on a longer barrel 308 AR-10. We put it on a 300 Blackout AR short barrel and it sounded great. The recoil is also pretty minimal on a subsonic 300 Blackout, but the brake is still working. So if you are using one of those guns for getting rid of hogs on your property or something like that, this is another great upgrade. One of my favorite features on the B&T Ranger is the mount. You see the Silencer Shop logo there, but this is a TI direct thread mount that's cut flush. It doesn't have that standoff that you see some direct thread mounts with. Ships with a 5/8 by 24 mount, but this is hub, so you could swap in any of the mounts that you might need. I know some precision rifles use a metric thread or whatever, so you'll be taken care of with that hub mount. But this saves a bunch of weight and length, so it keeps the overall system as compact and lightweight as possible. But like we mentioned, it could use QD if you're into that sort of thing. And in the box, B&T ships it with 2 spanner wrenches that index on the silencer and on that mount, so you can lock it in to swap those mounts out. And these are really heavy duty. They're not gonna bend or break on you. These are really nice tools, so it's great those come in the box. The B&T PrintX Ranger is 6.3 inches long, weighs 7.8 ounces, and has a diameter of 1.73 inches. B&T's been crushing a lot of their cans lately, and this is no exception. The Ranger is a really awesome silencer. If you are someone that's out hunting or shooting precision rifles, maybe you have a Magnum 30 cal or even like a 6.5 or 308, you're taking it hunting, maybe you're shooting unsuppressed or you have a silencer that's not really set up for that gun, the PrintX Ranger might be for you. They really envision this as a total upgrade to those sorts of systems. It kind of addresses all the problems that you might have, knocks down those decibels, gets rid of recoil, and you don't really notice it on the gun. You're not adding anything to the gun that's gonna hinder you in those long treks. You're barely gonna notice it once it's on there until you pull the trigger and your ears aren't ringing and your scope isn't moving. You stay on target. I think if you're looking for a silencer for those Magnum 30 cals, you should really be looking at the Print X Ranger, and it's exclusive at Silencer Shop. So if you want the best mount in the game, in my opinion, you know where to go. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments about the Ranger, go ahead and drop a comment below. While you're down there, subscribe to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the newsletter. That's where you're going to get any upcoming news, deals, and info like free tax stamps and other promotions that we've got going on.